Welcome, podcast fans. It's time for the What's Up Bro podcast show presented by J&J Production Studios, the home for all your entertainment needs. All kinds of great topics discussed every week, a variety of different themes offered, special guest appearances, prize giveaways, and so much more. Stay tuned. And now, here are your hosts, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Well, good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday to you all. Beg your pardon there, I had a little lump in my throat. It is the What's Up Bro podcast show, brought to you by J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. Of course, as always, I am Sam Crow here with Big Hoss. How are you, Big Hoss?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. You're getting a little fancy there, drinking out of your cup tonight, eh? I
Drinking
like
what,
it.
though?
Well, that's the mystery. I still like it either way. But we're so glad to
Which
be here.
cup is this?
What's that? Yeah, I see it.
Or nothing.
I see it. Well, we're glad to be here with you guys tonight, and yes, there is an additional voice here with us tonight. If you guys have been following us for a little while, which hopefully you have, if not, well, welcome anyway. We're glad to have you with us, but I gotta say right off the bat, this is probably going to be our favorite episode of the year, because we've been trying to do this for quite a while. The stars just haven't aligned up to this point. And we're actually going to dispense with all the usual. We'll do some announcements later on. We're going to just skip all that crap and just get right into this because we don't want to waste a moment here. Not exactly a mystery guest for a lot of you, but for some maybe. But we have with us tonight our good friend, our brother, one of our producers for our show and mentor from Ragnarok Radio Inc. and the Sanitarium Show. It is the one and only Mr. J in the house. What's going on, brother? We have him on audio. Can he hear us?
He can't hear anything.
Oh, he can't hear anything. That's strange.
Walk him through how to.
Okay, hang on. We'll
So you
get
need
here.
to do the Wi-Fi calculator.
Can you hear me?
There
Because
it
I can't
is.
hear you.
There we go. I can hear you. Why can't he hear me?
I can hear you.
No, this thing.
Who's the only one you can't hear? Is it just me? Oh, this is always the case. It never fails, does it? I can't hear. Let's see. Hang on. Audio. Oops, that's me. Unmute my audio. That's on. Everything looks good.
Can you hear me, Mr. J?
He's got no audio whatsoever. Because you and I can hear. You can hear me though, Hoss, right?
Yeah.
That's what's weird. Sorry about this. I had this whole brilliant plan here. Let's let him know. Let's see what's happening here.
Can't hear you guys.
I know. We hear you. We hear you. Hang on.
Hold on, I'll hang up and call back in and see if that works.
Try that. Okay. Try that. Let's see. Because everything's on. Because Hoss and I hear each other. Maybe the audio wasn't going to... I don't know. I got to see. Everything looks good here. Speakers are good. Did he request his audio to start? That's a thing.
I think I just fixed it.
I can hear you.
Did
Can
you?
you hear us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I can hear me too, so all right, we're good.
Oh, there we go. Once again, let me try that again. We kind of butchered that. Let's do... All right, well, forget it. Mr. J's in the house here. Welcome. Let's get... Where's our round of applause button? Here it is. Welcome, welcome. This has been long overdue. So glad to have you with us. I know it's hard because a lot of times you guys are rocking your own show going on. We kind of overlap a little bit. So glad you had a kind of a night off where you could hang out with us. What's going on? What's new?
You know, another day in rock and roll paradise, gentlemen.
Right? Is there any other way?
There is, but it's not very fun. I had a lovely evening, cooked a nice big batch of beer brats.
Damn.
On the grill with the jalapenos and the onions, and that shit'll make you sweat until you bleed. It's kind of like a CNC Music Factory song. It's gonna make,
Yep.
but it's good. So what's happening? What's up, bro?
Well, we've been real busy. We're glad you guys are back in action. I know it's been a minute since you all have been hitting the airways there, but we're glad at least you didn't disappear for all eternity there. We're kind of getting sad at first.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, we were just busy working. Lots of changes going on. Lots of new things happening in the world.
Sure.
So we were just readjusting, to all that good fun shit.
Yeah, we've all been there at least one point in time or the other. Most of the guys listening here, we've had some crazy stuff where it never fails. Life always gets in the way of all the fun stuff sometimes. So
it really does. And remember, all you listeners out there listening to the What's Up Bro show, tonight's show is brought to you by Your Mother's Ass. That's right, Your Mother's Ass. It's kinkier than you thought it was, but it's there.
I couldn't have said that better myself, actually. That's a good point, and then that's a good wake-up call. If you guys weren't prepared for that, this is going to be a night. If you all can't handle it, you better go home and turn this off now. I hope you don't, but, this is what you get. This is the fun that we're looking forward to tonight. And
Mr. J, you got the barrel of lube ready?
I got a 50-gallon drum of lube, and luckily for you out there listening, it's strawberry flavored.
Whoa,
that's right. And I'm just gonna say, if I while we're doing this tonight, people out there listening, if I offend you, then I just want to know what it feels like to be so weak to be offended.
Right.
Yeah. So there's that. So now that we've done all that out,
yeah, they're offended by Big Hoss at least every week, so you're not by yourself there. If you want to be fair,
damn right they are.
However, this could be Mr. J is on a level by himself. We can't touch that, so this could be a whole new level of offense we don't even know about. So,
I've been on the show before. It seemed to turn out all right.
It is okay, right? I mean, when you're living with 15 different personalities just inside one head, shit pops out, and you can't. I'm not responsible.
That's true.
Right.
It's kind of that little disclaimer of, just so you've been forewarned, I can't control the own personalities in my mind, so I apologize in advance, but you were warned.
It looked like your glasses picked up HBO.
Is it? Right?
Ha, very funny.
And don't worry. Hey, I'm just glad the camera's clear enough tonight because I've reached the age. What's up?
He's finally got glasses.
Yeah.
Shots. I've seen those shots. I mean, listen, you can rock them really good, so there's no shame in that. Own it, brother.
Feel like Red Fox and Harlem Nights. Owning glasses.
Yep. To be clear, these are not my normal glasses. These are UV light protectors I wear because I stare at the screen a lot, so I don't want to burn my retinas if I don't have to yet. So
I've stared at the screen for years. I've just been burning the shit out of my retinas. Here's the thing. It's an excuse. All right, look, it's an excuse. When you get older and you've just spent your life in front of a computer doing work and whatnot and things like that,
pretty much.
And when you get older, it's an excuse to be like, well, I'm partially blind. So you can touch ladies' breasts and be like, I'm sorry, I can't see, I'm blind. I thought that was your chin.
That's a good point. I shouldn't utilize. Well, see, the problem is I'm not that blind without them, so I probably couldn't get away with it. They'll be looking at me going like, you seem to see me just fine, unless I really fake it. But I've told them I'm not that good of an actor, so I probably wouldn't work. I'd get myself in trouble.
No, I work for you. With all of my psychoses, I consider myself handicapable.
That's a good indicator. That's fair. I will say that, but
that's fair.
That is very fair. That is for sure. But I do have to say too, we have to make this somewhat of a ritual because we can't go so
with all my personalities. I consider myself to be crazy.
Exactly.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying.
Wait. We need to consider this a ritual?
Yeah, we do. We got to meet.
What are we cutting? What are we sacrificing? Some? What are we doing?
Well, I'm actually.
Oh shit! He's got a knife. He got a knife. Oh fuck! Everybody, watch out! Mr. J got a knife.
If you're not circumcised, raise your hand. No, I am. But Hoss wants. If you need a snippet there, he's helping.
No. I ain't letting nobody go near my junk with a fucking knife.
Uncircumcised? You mean the unclean?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? Halloween is just around the corner. I can't believe we're flying through this month already. Like it's ridiculous.
I can't wait. Yeah, we're falling behind in our house. Normally, we've already got we have a massive Halloween display. Right. I don't know if you've ever seen it on Facebook, but we have a massive Halloween. We change around every year. Mm-hmm. This year, we're falling behind. So tomorrow, we're concentrating, setting up on the Halloween thing. And then like last year, I was a big rock and roll demon and I was chasing kids behind this fence when they come in the yard.
Nice.
and this year I'm going to be a vampire. And once again, it's just and then my daughter, the Boo, she's going to be a female Freddy Krueger.
Awesome.
And then Odie Man's going to be another version of Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I lose count with those, but I know there's a bunch of them, so sure.
There's a bunch. I have no. I just call them all Spider-Man.
That's what. Yeah, I can't keep. I'm kind of old where I'm like, I know there's at least one, but now there's like 1,000. I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting too old to.
I don't know who they are. I think to like 2.
We don't even know who our multiple personalities are.
Yeah,
we
so
can't help that.
Know that. Yeah, exactly. So that's fair.
Apparently, I've been told one of mine is an archangel. So
there you go. There you go.
Could be. You never know.
I have one of mine that's a gay interior decorator.
I think we all have one of those somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
His name is Twan. And
nice.
Yeah, it was actually years ago when I first started in radio. I started as an intern on the shittiest fucking radio you could be on, but it was a shot. You know what I'm saying? It was AM radio.
Oh,
like 14 cows and 10 dudes are listening to AM radio in any given county.
Yeah.
But it was a shot, so they let me on radio, and so I started coming up with all this crazy shit to do. And the guy I worked with, the DJ, the program director, he was like, "Go for it, but just don't cuss." I'm like, "Okay, I won't." And so I made up this character, and my whole thing was that I was flying around the world. We do sound effects and all kinds of shit to find things to make the interior of the radio station much more prettier.
Okay.
Because it was a concrete block building.
Right. Yeah.
So I would call in and I'd be like, hello, this is Twan. How are you doing? Yes, I am calling you from France right now. Yes, I found some lovely things over here. It's very nice. Yes, you will love it. It's very good. I'm going to bring it over to you. It's chiffon. You like it? It's good. Yeah.
That's I like that. I mean, it's
that's pretty good.
Yeah. I got to say, I don't think we could even touch that. That's really...
Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You look fabulous, both of you.
Oh, thank
both
you.
of you look fabulous. You go out, you walk the runway, you work it. Saucy, shanty. Left, right. And boom, there you go.
He's making me believe
all
it.
the time,
Go get it.
Go hit it. And I mean, that's really... You can tell that's a pro level there. I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
when you
that's
have
something else.
And that's raw, natural talent. Like, unless you really sat in front of
how
your
he
mirror.
switched to it out of nowhere.
Exactly. Right. So clearly.
Well, my wife likes it because she never goes to bed with the same guy.
That keeps things fresh. I mean, especially if you've been together for a long time.
I said, you like all the voices because you never go to bed with the same guy.
It's true. That's very true.
Hey, like sometimes I like to, and that's the thing, guys. The users out there listening, especially when you got married, you got to keep things alive. You got to keep things spicy. So sometimes, you got to come at your wife and be like, my favorite thing, and I'm pretty sure she loves it too, because she runs from me and giggles, is like, my Japanese man, like, oh,
wow,
oh, I'm really liking you. Oh yeah, we are very sexy T-shirt with that one. He's very good. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, that's up there. I would probably would run and giggle too from that if that was me.
It's not gay if you don't look each other in the eyes.
That pretty much. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. We have to have a ritual where you got to come on at least somewhat regularly, not once every other year, because who knows if we'll be living that long.
I will be back shortly. I gotta run, my friend.
You gotta make a poop. You gotta make it a poop.
Yeah.
He's gonna take a squeeze.
I'll be back.
You just take the microphone with you, and let's see what happens.
You really don't want to hear that.
Just grab a bar, bite your lip, and we're gonna get through this. Oh, I guess not.
He's got a friend that helps now and again. He'll come back, but no, I mean
I need a friend that helps.
I know, right? I'll tell you what, between the friend that he helps and he works with another friend, he's been out Ubering, although you don't live in the Colorado area. I'm like, you might actually see him show up at your door. We teased that one. So he's been a busy guy, but no, we definitely want to get you here now and again, because again, we keep sharing people about you, which I'm sure
we'll schedule it.
What's that?
We'll schedule it out.
We'll schedule, yeah. It's just because we talk a lot about you, and everybody's like, I don't think he's real. I don't think he exists. You guys clearly can see tonight. He's real. It's just...
What's up, Ragnarokers and T-Fockers? What are you doing?
There you go.
Right now, Samco and I, what we're doing is we're standing outside your bedroom window, okay? And we're looking at you and we're seeing what you're doing now. You're listening, but we're seeing what you're doing now. I don't begrudge people on their
Santa Claus, but
nicks and things. That's right. But what I don't understand, Cheryl, is the fucking midget on the tricycle in the diaper with the fucking cowboy hat. Why are you doing that? Your mother would be ashamed. But,
I have to say, like, I can only imagine what it's like to be your wife there, living with someone of your uniqueness when...
She is just as crazy as I am.
I believe it. It takes two.
Yeah, I mean, the real thing is what it's like to be our children.
Okay, yeah. I'm assuming you're not... Are you popular with your kids, or do you usually embarrass them on a regular basis?
Oh, no. They're just as crazy as I am.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that works. I've had both where... Usually the kids will tell you either mom and dad are great, they're crazy, or they embarrass us and parents do it on purpose. We all know this. You'll have to.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but they're still little,
Right,
they're
sure.
Getting their own voices.
They are getting their own voices.
That's great.
They do multiple voices out of here and there and everywhere.
Man,
saying I must grab a beverage. One second.
No. Sure, no, go ahead.
We got some questions lined up for tonight, right?
I have some, actually. Yeah, we're going to get in that. We'll take a moment. We'll give some announcements. Give Mr. J a shot there. Big Hoss will be back. He's always a man of mystery and busy, but if you guys missed all the announcements, make sure you come back. And check us out, linktree.com/J under J. Let me try that again. /J_J Production Studios. You can find all the links to the social medias that we're on, as well as the podcast streaming services where these episodes can be heard. Of course, like Ragnarok Radio Inc., proud partners with Spreaker.com is the main source. You can check it out. Make sure you do that. And if you go back, check out some of Mr. J's shows. I've heard a lot of them, and it's absolutely, I don't know, they're so unique individually. Like, it's just fun to listen to, and even just the sections that I've heard, like, it's almost like your children. They're so unique and they're different, but they're still entertaining. Like, there's not one I have that's a favorite. It's just kind of just like, they have their own thing.
Well, it's called insanity, mostly, brother.
Well, it has to be. People always ask me, how do you do this? You got to be nuts. You can't be sane to do this kind of thing.
No.
This is like being a late night. The disc jockeys and the DJs out there I have more respect for doing this kind of stuff because you realize the craziness that you're throwing this in. And I've had people ask me this, like, why do you put yourself through? We do it. We love doing it. Do we get rich from it? Absolutely not.
Talk to ourselves as children, and we can still talk to ourselves, and we think people's listening.
Well, and that's what I say. I get tired of hearing my own voice. I'd rather talk to strangers and bore the hell out of them. So, I mean, why not? Why subject that gift of torture to somebody else who doesn't know you? And so, it just makes it more fun. So, which I'm sure you guys do a lot when you do your shows too, because, some of the stuff, I mean, I love the whole no holds bar where you guys just, like, complete chaos is the best way to put it, right? Like, that's...
I am an agent of chaos.
Yep. You got it.
Absolutely. Oh no, here's a soundbite for you, and you need to clip this soundbite out later. But
okay.
This is Mr. J from Ragnarok Radio, the Sanitarium Show. Whenever I'm not on the air, I am listening to the What's Up Bro Show with J&J Productions. So if you know what's good for you, you'll fucking listen to it. And if you don't listen to it, I'm gonna find you. Oh no, wait, just listen to the show. It's a good show.
He means it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, that we actually, I feel like we've had several that have come on to listen, especially I think during your absence, because we had quite a bit of growth in between there. So hopefully we didn't alienate any of your listeners there. We were just trying to kind of carry that.
Absolutely not. They're all as crazy as I am.
Well, we figure since in your absence there, we want to make sure that we give them something to. We can't touch the level you're at, but we try to at least bring our own entertainment to hold them over.
I remember whenever I was where you were at, and here's the thing. Two pieces of advice I'll give you. One, never give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
Nope. And
two, have a good time.
Yeah, that's really why we do it. There's really no other purpose because
exactly.
You can't have that. Actually, that's a great question, which I saved some of these from the last time we were going to meet, which was a year ago. But I still kept that sheet. I have a junk drawer.
Nice.
So
nice.
It's you got to have something. Everybody's got that drawer full of crap. Between myself and my wife, there's God knows what around the house. But one of the things we're going to ask, because we share this with folks, is touched a little bit about this. Aside from the podcast, you guys have your own show, and of course you have experience there. How did you get into this radio game, get really invested, and get to where you're at now? Like, just in a general sense, if you break it down.
Okay. Well, I got into radio back. Okay. I spent my junior high school, and what I did go to college in theater.
Okay.
I was making my own radio shows whenever I was 10, 11, 12 years old.
Right.
Used to have, I think the addiction really started when I was 5.
Okay.
My uncle was a DJ at a rock station in Oklahoma before the big rock station was here. And my mom and dad worked, so sometimes I would go to work with him. And it was my job to go get the records off the shelf. So he'd be like, hey, go get Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy, go get Black Sabbath, go get Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. And that was my job. So it made me addicted. One, I love music. My parents were hippies, and they always played rock and roll and stuff all the time. And then going to work with him, I wanted to be a DJ. He was one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. And then I did a lot of theater. I did my own whenever I was 12. Yeah, about 12 years old, 13 years old. I had mom and dad had got me a 501 science set. And one of the things that you can do is make your own FM broadcaster. So I took it, I wired it up, added a little bit more juice to it, and I could broadcast for about a 3-block range.
Wow.
And next door to us was like this duplex, and these 20-something-year-olds lived there. And I would be on this broadcaster, and I had this little tiny microphone, and I would play cassettes of music, and I would talk crazy shit as a 12-year-old. And then I found out one day that my 8th grade English teacher was one of the people listening to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Well, good times. So then I progressed, and then I got an internship at AM radio, and then I've been on FM radio, and then roughly about 2012,
okay, I
started my own, my first online radio station, which was TFOK.
Okay.
And it got up to where we had about 15 different shows. We had 15 different DJs, and we had a thing going on, and then life changed, and I sold that off, and then I waited a little bit, and Beck and Boo was born, and then while she was born, I started up Ragnarok Radio, and now I do the Sanitarium show. Back, I was off for a while because I sold some stuff. So life changed, and I sold some things, and then got back, to doing it to where I can do it twice a month. And my thing is, my whole goal is to, for the 3 hours I'm on the air on that Saturday, is to take people's mind off of life.
Sure.
Because life sucks right now. Life sucks, in general. And then sometimes, if you can bring a little joy and happiness to people, and you can let them escape for about 3 hours, and you can make them laugh and play them some good fucking tunes, then you know what? I'm doing something good in the world. That's how I see it, and then Detox, my wife, she joins in, the kids join in, and we just, we're just here to bring some joy to the world the way that we do, in an irreverent way. So, in a long roundabout way, hopefully I answered the question.
Yeah, no, that's great. And that's kind of what we strive to do in the same manner, because same principle rule is, whether it's, and we always try to hope that we can reach out to the audience where, we tell everybody we're not, we're average people like anybody else. So we understand those concepts of how life does suck on an average basis. So same reason we do the weekends, we try to escape from it, even for just a little bit of time. We kind of forget everything else that kind of floats out there. And really, that's when we look at it uniquely. Like, we feature several shows here. Obviously, this is our big draw show, but we have a couple others trying to reach different demographics there. And some people have their likes and don'ts, but we try to keep it loose. I did, and I shared this. I did a couple interviews on a couple other podcasts where I shared that when it prompted that question of doing that. I said, we're trying to not get too. We sometimes touch on heavier stuff. We sometimes get into these big discussions and things like that, but we try very hard not to engage.
Keep it light.
Yeah. Exactly. So we don't want to go that route unless we're prompted. We just like to be humorous. We tell stupid stories about ourselves to make people laugh. We've had countless ones where we've shared embarrassing ones on the air. We've had kind of like you guys have the unscripted stuff. It happens. So, totally get that there because really and truthfully, the weekends are times people like to relax, kick back, and forget everything. Like, not reading news, not thinking about, going to work on Monday and the blues that kind of brings. And like, this is fun.
Or any of that.
Yeah, this is fun time. Yeah, fun time weekend. And that's, and that, I love that with the themes you guys do because, especially the unfiltered part because it's raw, it's real, it's, really like you're not you're putting on a show, but you're kind of not. You're just being genuinely like the entertaining wise. You're just doing it, right? So
we're just being the jackasses that we are.
Pretty much natural, and that's grade A type jackass. That's
But here's the thing, and I love you guys, and I remember when Jace came and said, hey, I want to do this. I'm like, well, you should, brother, you should, because I've known Jace for a long time,
right?
And I'm like, you should, man. You should do it. And you guys, and I listen to your shows. Even when I don't chime in, sometimes I'm doing things and I'm listening.
That's great. We appreciate
it. And I love what you guys are doing. And that's it. And as you go down the path, you're going to grow and you're going to find different things. You're going to find shit that works and shit that don't.
Sure.
There was a bit I did one time called Bedtime Stories by Hitler. Nobody liked it. I don't know. Shocker on that one.
I would listen to it, but yeah, I get it. No, well, it's funny too because
once upon a time there was a little girl that went into the woods. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? No, I can hear it. I can see it. That's great. No, that's kind of thing we talked about too because when we approached the concept of doing this, and we talked a lot about this before we actually got on the air and did all this, and. The thing that we agreed on, I said, and I know he felt similar, was we're not going to, and we share this too a lot of times, we don't do anything that's necessarily different than anybody hasn't done, but we want to bring our own uniqueness to it. So
exactly.
I'm certain there's other shows that have a similar culture that we have, but they can't do it exactly the same way that we do it.
Exactly.
So when we approach that and we tell anybody, again, we try to be light, funny, airy. We share personal experiences because everybody likes to be relatable and have something to understand.
Yeah.
And, we try to, like we have the game corner or something where we can just have fun and, take our time with it. And really just, I even said too, I get asked all kinds of questions for that. I'm like, when you do the show, do you think about it? Yeah, we do to a point, but really there's something to be said about spontaneity when you kind of jump on there. So
that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. There's and then even I've been asked that before too. It's like, how do you plan out the titles for your show? I don't.
No.
They come up with them whenever I build the show.
Mm-hmm.
And my shows, there's a lot of music in my show, so I show.
Great.
And and then at that last moment, I go, I'm going to do this. And that's what I name it. That's it. There's no magic to it. And somebody said earlier, I'm fucking nobody either. I've just been blessed.
Sure.
I've been blessed and people just, for some reason, like to listen to my jackassery.
Right. Yeah.
And it just makes my heart feel good that there's other people out there just like me.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you relate, and that's how you find those other sickos and psychophants that kind of come out of the woodwork. So that's why I tell anybody, we do our shows later at night, whether you listen live or not, you're going to hear them whenever, because that's usually when, they say the freaks come out at night kind of deal. So I fully expect that most of the audience there has to be half as crazy as we are, at least to listen to the garbage that we share every week.
Exactly.
So that makes it fun. And I think truly, similar themes and just kind of seeing how it rolls out there. And really, it's, it can be frustrating just sometimes, especially when we have technical issues. But other than that, even those are hysterical. I've shared that we play a lot of like our best of episodes where I tell people now when you hear this, I cringe at it because now looking back on, we so totally just we didn't turn the mic on. There was a ear-piercing screech here. There was we had dead air where the internet went out and the power went out and like just everything was silent.
Oh, yeah.
But it's fun because like even at that, like you can laugh at us doing that. Like that's the fun part about it, and it takes the tension off. If anybody else is listening, do your own show. You're gonna have those. Just do it. Like go for it. Have fun. Don't panic. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Just be unique. Be yourselves. Right. So that and really like even the conversations where we've played some of the episode we did when we were on with you a while back and it's fun to listen to because like that's really genuinely just kind of shooting the breeze, shooting the shit around, and just having a great time. Oh, we're on
focus, damn it! There, look, it's right
that.
There.
Gotcha.
I just need to fucking mail it.
No problem. I'm just
the marketing department quit on me. The marketing department quit on me after I told them.
Really? That's a shame.
Not really. I am the marketing department.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Not that famous. Can't hire anybody yet. So
they said, "What's your pronouns?" I said, "Fuck you, fuck off, and fuck that."
Yeah, pretty much.
I
have people like we have all these different socials running. We got all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. And I said the majority of the time it's like you guys must have a really great team there, and we do have some friends that help. But I'm like, usually it's just me. So it's just that's how it rolls. I mean, I do credit where credit's due, and we do have some help, and we've had others on the show helping and that kind of thing too. But I'm like, most of the time it's just us. I'm not. We don't make big bucks doing this, so I can't afford to staff up.
Exactly, and that's the great thing about technology, though. It
really,
just us. It can be just us expressing ourselves and doing what we need to do and get this out here. We're used to. Yeah. You need a team of 4 or 5 people to get this kind of shit done. Nowadays, you don't. Like right now, like you got anybody in the. Now are you watching the? See, I watch the Spreaker site on my Spreaker console, so I can see the chat room. Now, you got that?
Yeah, we have the studio up here. We pull that up. Usually, Hoss will do that when he's on. So usually, I let him because I run like all the gizmos and gadgets and stuff. So
I gotcha.
Kind of hard to bounce. So I said, you watch that chat because we can see it from the studio app. And I said, I'll run all that, but I do check it occasionally. But yeah, always got something going on here, there, or everywhere else.
Funniest places. Some of the greatest material I've ever had really has come from my chat rooms.
Yeah.
Because of my listeners and the bullshit that they talk, because they're just as fucked up as I am. We'll get on a subject and then they'll start naming off shit and I'll start giggling. I mean, you've heard me. I'm like, oh God, yeah. Oh, so-and-so said this. That's good shit. But
funny, we had one like that where it was I want to say it was beginning of fall. I think it was in September we did an episode where we totally got off the rails. We weren't going this direction, but we had this little game where we like to do challenges for each other. So I did one in the air. I dared Hoss to eat hand sanitizer on the air, which he did. So it's like one of those things. So he said to me while we were on the show, he said, I dare you right now. And we had audience, people were chatting about it. I said, do the cinnamon challenge. All right, I'll get a spoonful of cinnamon. I'll take it right now. I'll chug it down. I know it's going to happen, but I'll do it just, for laughs. And I said to him, I said, all right, now here, I got to stay back from all the area here because I know I'm going to be spewing stuff. And so chugging it, going, and then I'm choking it up on the air. It was great. And people are commenting, laughing, going, I've tried that. I've done that, and that's why we're doing it. I said personal public humiliation just to bring in a few laughs and to get you guys to share those embarrassing stories,
It's gold. Exactly. Like this next year, because I'm getting older. So this next year, for a special episode, I think I'm going to take my listeners on my colonoscopy with me.
All right.
So we're going to, it's not video, but there's going to be audio. Yep. And that's some good shit right there.
Oh, yeah, literally, pun intended. Yeah, literally. That's, that's great. You can, and maybe you got other listeners who are like, hey, I want to go through this. If Mr. J does it, I can do it. It's not that scary.
That's right. We can do it together.
Exactly. Yep. Moral and emotional support, right?
Last time they made me do it, I just sat in the shower for 2 days with it running, rocking back and forth. Just.
Yep. I gotta say too, like we're gonna get into that too. We're gonna break here because I see this is the only thing that's stupid about these whole free things. You only have so much time there, but I do want to ask you about, because we were gonna talk about this last summer. You guys did Rocklahoma, which I want to hear more details about that because I'm sure it was an awesome time. We heard a lot of the shows coming through, but just like some of
Rocklahoma. Yeah, Rocklahoma's amazing. Rocklahoma's like the third largest Labor Day weekend gathering and third largest festival in the United States.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to dive a little bit into that because we were going to pick your brain about it because I'm really it's unfortunate we couldn't. I mean, that would be great to go live and do that, but I mean, just to kind of hear the background, like go behind.
In a couple of years, you guys just need to just fucking buck up, schedule it up, and figure it out, and y'all all come down.
We love that. Yeah, we could do that. That would be awesome. I mean, really, because just the overall experience by itself is worth that weight in gold as far as anything else. So that would be awesome. But I want to dive into that because that would be great. But yeah, no, it's always fun when we've had a lot of guests on the show this year. I will say this: we've had several.
Nice.
We had our big celebrity guest for the year this year, which we're hoping to have back before the year's over.
Who was it?
Miranda Maverick. She fights in the UFC. She's a UFC fighter. Actually, she's married to a friend of mine. That's how the connection came out there. So I
you have a higher class show, Sam. You have a higher class show than I did. My old show on TFOK was called the Thursday Night Lube Job.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think which I had lots of rock stars on there. Okay. Lots of different, lots of bands.
I believe it.
Bigger bands and shit like that. But I think the best one I ever had on there as a star, so to speak, was Jessie Jane.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know who that is?
Uh-huh.
Do you? Do you really?
Yeah. No, I do. I'm not a huge, but I know the name. Like, it's not my particular genre field, but I do know the name.
Not mine either, but it was fucking it was fantastic. But it's lovely. But yeah. And then we used to prank call Ron Jeremy a lot. Until he blocked us.
Okay. A shame. I mean, that could have been a whole series by itself.
It was about a 5-episode thing.
I was gonna say, you got to have a longer sense of humor than that. I mean, come on, man.
It was about 5 episodes, and then he blocked us because some PA who got fired, by the by, accidentally gave up his cell phone number after an interview, which was fantastic. But
it has a price. I'm sure it does. That's true. No,
so we're gonna go to a break. You're gonna play some music. What are you gonna play?
We are gonna play. We have some safe tracks. We do use Soundstripe because of copyright infringement. We've had this issue with some other places, so we don't. Yeah, it's kind of some. Well, but there's great tracks. We love utilizing that. Of course, we have commercials in between which we play as well. So you guys give a chance to, which I think we sent you guys a couple. You're free to use if you wish.
Oh yeah, we've been using. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, that's what we do all the time as well. We're actually going to do that through another network that's running shows too that has offered to do that, which is great. But we're going to come back for more. So make sure if you guys, hang out. Mr. J's still here. This whole night is featured for him. He's the man of the hour tonight. We kind of put aside. We always say the guests come first. So, we are far more interesting than we are. So that.
And remember, guys that are out there listening, tonight's show is also brought to you.
Oh, right before we get cut off. My gosh, we'll have to have him do that. We'll have to have him do that again on the re-break coming back in. So I'm gonna send him a message there. Let's take a break, you guys. More with Mr. J here on the show. What's Up, Bro podcast show. On Saturday night, October 21st, Halloween is coming. We have Halloween tracks specifically for you guys. We're going to come back and chat for more in just a bit. Please enjoy this. We'll probably play a mixture of Halloween tracks and our normal tracks to buy us enough time to get ourselves back on our Zoom links so that we can chat some more. Stay tuned. Do not go away. You don't want to miss it. Who knows what's going to happen? More fun and excitement when
Hey audio fans, are you looking for fun and excitement? Have you been searching for that special show? You know, the one complete package you want in a podcast? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show and experience what true entertainment is all about. Stay tuned and don't miss the action. Available on your favorite streaming services, including YouTube. Thank you for all your support. And as always, we'll see you at the show.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
All right, welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is the What's Up Bro podcast show brought to you by the one and only J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. We are here with our good friend and brother, Mr. J, one of the producers that helps us with our show, and of course a great mentor for us. We're just working on getting him back in, and it looks like I can finally get this up and running. There we are. Let's just get an invite out to Mr. J so he can jump back in here. He's got a little promotion he wants to tell you guys about. He kind of got interrupted before the commercial break because he got cut off. So we're going to send him another link there, which we're doing now. We're going to get him in here. We should have Big Hoss back hopefully soon as well. There is that there. I can close this. I can bring that down. There's so much stuff you got to do. You really don't realize what you have to do until you do it. So let's bring this down. He is back in there. Audio is good. And we're going to admit him there. I just have to make sure I turn on the microphone. There we go. Okay, now let's see if this works. Hopefully we have audio okay.
I think we do.
Yeah, you can hear me. All right, there we go. So, before you were so rudely interrupted, what were you saying? I apologize for that technology and whatnot.
Oh, no, that's all right. I say tonight's show's also brought to you by Harry Taints. That's right, Harry Taints. Make sure you shave that because no one wants to see that.
No, not unless you want a second date. After the first date, that's usually when it ends, so...
That's it. I mean, if you want a second date, after that, if you got them on a second date, then, let that tank grow. Yeah. 70s, get the good 70s bush.
Well, they say they like it, especially the women in Europe, the European style. So I don't know. Maybe it works for guys. Not me personally, but
I don't know. Yeah. And, there's a lot of very pretty European girls, but you got to shave them down. You got to narrow them down.
That's very true.
They're very hairy. They say they're... lot of hair grow looking like a man. It's not good. It's not good.
Some even more than men, I will say. They look more like a man than the men do. So
it's true. It's like the Broomhilda. Oh,
with the unibrow, yeah.
She's good childbearing hips. She's good for you.
No offense to any of you ladies there. We all say it in fun and love. So
you're a lady out there and you have wide shoulders and a unibrow. We're not hating on you. There's a short man somewhere for you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's there. We say it in love, but it's always the fun stuff here. We absolutely love this. I said it at the start of the show. If you guys missed it, I'm going to repeat this here because we talked about this before the break. We've had quite the assortment of guests this year. This is one we've had penciled on before. Unfortunately, the stars did not align. We promised you guys, though, it would happen, and here we are. And we are going to make sure we pencil it so that Mr. J is not a stranger around here, for sure.
It's true.
Because you see the fun uniqueness we have, which we're going to dive in here because I want to jump. This was really the questionnaire I wanted to use last time. Now, yes, and if you guys, please send us a quote in there or chat us up here in the studio chat. If you have questions you want to ask, by all means. I know you guys typically are on the shyer side, which is perfectly fine, but you're welcome to do that. We have to work on the call-in feature. We had that with Skype, but because we chose the Zoom route, we're not sure. We're still finagling. Yeah. And the only reason we're using Zoom and not Skype is because of the stupid freebie where it has that little watermark that talks all through it. And I told Jace before, we're not doing that because it drives me batshit crazy every 3 seconds.
No, Zoom's a lot better. Now, on my show, you hear people call in on my show. It's pretty clear, right?
Yep.
I use my phone.
Interesting.
I have a mount that I set it in by the microphone.
Okay.
And it sounds like we're in the same room, but that's how I do call-ins. I just use my phone because throughout the years I've tried Skype, I've tried even a voice over IP phone, and I've tried Zoom, and Zoom's great. Don't get me wrong, Zoom's fantastic. But then I was like, "Fuck it, I wonder if this works." And I just tried it with my phone; it was good. Yeah. And one thing to jump back to something way earlier, all the things that I do and all the things that I get to do and the pleasure I have in doing it, I have to give a giant thanks and love to my wife, Detox, because if it was not for her, I could not be the jackass I am. And I could not, if it wasn't for her, I couldn't do the fun things that I do. She makes our house and our world go around.
Absolutely.
She's the one. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, I could fall into a coma for like a month and my house would still be fine because she's got shit under control. Yeah.
Well, she runs the show. That's the bottom line,
I'm the assistant manager in my house.
Okay, well that's
yeah.
She's not the busboy, so there's that.
No, I am the assistant manager, and the only reason I am the assistant manager, I'm sleeping with the manager.
Well, okay. Let's be honest. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, and now who hasn't done that? Obviously, in a workplace, I gotta imagine.
I mean, exactly. And I look at my kids like employees, and I'm like, look, I don't like the policies either, but this is coming from corporate. All right, so we have to make sure we abide.
That's fair.
By this.
Oh yeah, that's definitely fair.
No, my wife's fucking wonderful. She lets me get by with murder, and she puts up with my ass. And you guys have heard Detox for years on the radio, and she's something that she's hilarious in her own right.
Oh yeah, no, it's.
And I feel sorry for her because she runs a man camp of children, and mostly it's not the little ones that she's raising; it's all of us grown ass men that she has to take care of and make sure we don't kill ourselves from the dumb shit we think up. And sometimes she even gives us that hope. Really, boys, really, is that really? You think you guys should be doing that? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. And they're like, all right, well,
why not?
No, I'll see you all in the morning. If y'all die, just stay in the yard.
There you go. Well, that's half the fun of it. I mean, again, and especially because you get older, like you have very few perks left too. So why not? I mean. You gotta die from something anyway, right? So
I know. Well, it's why women live longer than men.
That's true.
With dumb shit to do, and it doesn't matter how old we are. We're like, yeah, that's probably a good idea, and then the other one goes, that's a real good fucking idea. We should do that. Yeah.
That's for sure. No, that's great. That's awesome. Well, that's and that's what makes the world go around, and that's what makes us do what we do and why we love doing it. And
exactly. No, she does come up. Now she has a point. She does come up with her own dumb shit to do, but just not as often.
Well, that's a woman's prerogative there, though. That's the thing.
That's right. It's true.
The man, when they say the man is always wrong because they fuck up 99.9% of the time, and then that 1.1% is the women who can get away with it. And they're not criticized or overlapped for any reason because they have a very sophisticated way of screwing things up. That's how I look at it.
They're definitely smarter than us.
That's true. That goes without saying. That's a given.
Absolutely.
That's not. We can't even. So sorry for the male race for that one. We can't even have a shot in hell because it's not going to work. So,
no. If you feed us, and you provide us drink and you show us boobies, we're fucking fine. I mean, we're good.
Yeah, it's almost like the cat. You feed the cat, you leave the food out, and leave the bowl and a place to go to the bathroom,
and give it a clean place to shit. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, you're good.
See that? There's a life lesson. There's for all women. Take notes. This is how you take care of a man or keep a man there. It's very simply put. And for the men there, if you want that, just go with it. Don't try to outshine the girl. Just do it.
Try to be right. You got to take care of your queen. You got to love your queen. Yep. You got to hold them up, and you got to just understand that she's smarter than you.
Yeah.
And if she tells you something, like when you're trying to, you think of an idea, she tries to tell you something, she's probably right.
Yep.
But it's up to you to make that choice if you want to do it or not. I mean, like I've had plenty of times where me and you guys have heard Brother John on the show with me.
Yep.
And him and I have had plenty of great ideas where Detox looks at us and goes,
this is why you two can't be alone together, why you have to have supervision.
In our defense, we were left unsupervised.
Well, see, now that's the thing when you let the dog off the leash outside and bad things can happen. So that's one of those moments,
Oh yeah.
So that's awesome. So tell us a little bit. And again, I know it's obviously, hopefully, it's still fresh enough in your mind. But with Rocklahoma, now you guys obviously that's your big caravan. You're going off and you're doing stuff. So what is it like? Take us on a virtual tour of what is a Rocklahoma kind of like. How can you describe that? Yeah, bring the experts in. I want to hear this. Like, I want to know who's been there. I haven't been there, so
Rocklahoma. Okay, first and foremost. Well, we're getting a little bit older, so we weren't living in a tent. We did the RV thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
This time.
This time we did the RV thing, and here's the thing.
First time
we were in a tent.
Nice.
And it rained so much, everything in our tent was floating.
Yes.
Okay.
And we just said fuck it, because there was enough beer and vodka in our lives that we just didn't care. Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
But Rocklahoma, you got a few 100,000 people in a campsite. Okay.
Just a few, right?
Oh, just a few. and there's and I mean the concerts are amazing,
Right.
but the shit that happens in the campsites is
yeah.
more fun, and you can't even visit it all.
No.
But the areas you get to visit, it's more fun than you've ever had, and everybody's so giving and loving, and they just want to hang out and have a good fucking time.
Well,
I mean, like, I traded a guy, my guy's like, I really like your shirt. I was like, I like your shirt. So we traded shirts, and I have no idea who the motherfucker was.
Wow.
Yeah. No, and I mean, like, but it's badass music, and it's this whole sense of community.
Sure.
That comes about, and it's 4 days really. It's 3.5 days.
What T-shirt did I give the dude that I got the skull shirt off of?
The Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah,
it was the Iron Maiden shirt.
Classic.
The Iron Maiden shirt. You traded him for the skull.
Nice.
Yeah,
skull.
we traded shirts.
SKAL skull.
Nice. Yeah.
And you traded him shirts.
I did.
Yeah. And I traded for my other.
And he gave me something every time I walked by his.
That's it. They gave us a whole gallon of mead. They did. They gave us a whole gallon of mead.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, but no, I mean, it's just it's really, Sam. It's hard to explain.
It is.
I get it.
It's
I mean, magical.
It is magical.
I mean, I put it that way. It is a.
You're making me sound like almost like it's Woodstock, but better kind of thing.
It is.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It is like Woodstock, but better. Because, okay, one thing, I've been to a lot of states in the Union.
Right.
There's a lot of great people out there across the United States.
That's great to
But-
know. Yeah.
But some of the best people I've ever come across or met and know
Play it with
is,
your camera.
I know I see that, is our
Part of me gets
Okies,
clear,
our
all that
Oklahomans.
Mhm.
And especially at a heavy metal rock concert,
Sure.
especially at a festival. So everybody's, coming in. There's people that come in
From everywhere.
everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the United States, even where you live. I
Mhm.
mean, there's people that come in from where you live
Yeah,
and come to Rocklahoma, and it's such a good time. But and of course, like anything like that, when you're done with it, you are so exhausted.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
But our camp, we had lots of alcohol, lots of good food,
Got it.
Mhm.
and we had a good group, but it's something that you guys really need to come down. Like, we really need to plan it all out a year in advance. I mean, it's a year in advance. You got to plan out,
Right.
and then we all go to it at the same time
Yeah.
and experience. So that way we can take the RV, because Mr. J don't sleep outside no more.
You've upgraded. Yeah, you're glamping more now. It's just because of the age. We get it. Like, it's
Yeah. Oh, because every year at Rocklahoma it rains its ass off
I
at least
believe,
one.
yeah. That's
At least one
outside.
night.
I get it. Yeah.
But there is the camping with you guys, and there's the camping with me guys. Those are two different things.
That
in the
is
same
true. That
campground.
is true.
Interesting.
Yeah. There is that. There's camping with you.
You guys, y'all can do y'all's tomfuckery and all your drinking and stuff, which I drink too. But
Sure.
I roam.
Oh, she roams.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I'm like later, dudes, and I'm gone and
Sure.
and we may not see her for hours.
hours, and all I'm doing is down there at the different concerts and meeting people and just
Having a good time. Why not?
do my thing. But he can tell you, following me, you better be ready to follow, huh?
Oh, you better be. Yeah, I seen her take off into the east and come back 10 minutes later from the west.
Right?
Yeah.
Travel
Like, you-
around the world
you're
in one
alone.
simple
Oh.
sentence there, right? Yeah.
She, you're gonna come over here and meet these. I met some new friends. They have a bus with speakers on it. You gotta come. I mean, it's just great. It's a great time.
It
Like,
is. It's like the one place that I allow myself to let my hair down and just go.
Sure.
Yeah,
You know.
it's our yearly break.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah.
From being responsible parents, we can be teenagers again.
There you go.
And
You gotta
and
keep
then
that youth there somewhere because,
Oh, yeah.
especially now, and it's only going to get worse. Your kids get older, and there's real. I mean,
Exactly.
it's hard to really explain for that, but that the whole element changes. So even though they're younger now, it's great because you can do that, and you're going to want it more when they get older, especially when they start driving you nuts as teenagers. But it's nice to have that little moment, and you do it together, which is even better. You can do that where it's something that you both enjoy and love to do.
This is my best friend in the whole wide world. This is my cohort. This is my my ride or die. This is
your keeper.
My keeper.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I gotta say, I was looking at some of the wedding shots because you have some of your photos up on your page there, which beautiful shots for that. Like it's nice though when you kind of see like that timeline of the relationship there, and obviously being together for as long as you have been there, but just growing over the years and really just having.
Yeah, it's called entrapment.
Well, that's why they say you got to sign you look at the contract, you got to read it before you sign it. But it's
you entrap me.
Yeah, that's okay. But you wouldn't trade a moment for that. You wouldn't.
Oh, no, not at all.
No, see that? I mean, that's and you know each other well enough where you can joke about that because you get it, and it's nice to have that. You're not constantly at each other's throats. It's fun. You understand each other. You're both equally that kind of crazy. You're that two half of that yin and yang scenario kind of put together, right? So that puzzle piece.
I can reel mine in a little easier than he can.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I honestly, that's why I say every good man needs a good woman for that very reason. Because I've known guys kind of like that too, where if you let them off that short leash or going too far, there's no sense of direction, kind of a thing. So you need that moral compass, that point, that true center north kind of a thing. So
no, Ma, I ain't been drinking.
Right.
I won't know.
I'm not the kind of chick that lays down rules, anything like that. I'm like, well, you're getting yourself to, so peace, have fun.
Yeah, and that's great. And again, that's what works for you. And I think a lot of people would be happier if that worked that way. It's not always the case, but I think it's a great chemistry when you can do it that way. And that's, you have that true equal partnership thing kind of going there.
Right. I mean, you guys out there listening right now, I mean, a little relationship advice from Mr. J.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really something you want to bring. You want to keep your wife happy. Your girlfriend happy. Eat more ass.
Well, that's not. I was gonna say it kind of falls on kissing more ass. I mean, I guess you kind of. I
understand. I mean, what are you, a third grader? I mean, come on.
I mean, it makes sense, but no, it's true. I mean, there's something to learn for that, and it really it's just that time. I'm assuming you guys have been together for a while, even before you got married.
A long, long time.
So you have that.
And I'm still alive, which is amazing.
Really?
Yeah. No one's killed me yet.
That's true. They always say it's usually you. So if you don't kill yourself by now, I guess that's a good thing.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. That's why, again, it goes back to the wild side. You got to have somebody to keep you grounded in a manner of speaking, so that you don't lose yourself to your own stupidity, as I've heard it said.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's very, very true. But then there's times though that her and I come up with we feed each other's bad ideas as well.
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's where the best friend comes in.
Sure.
Because we'll feed each other's bad ideas at times. And then my favorite thing is and here's something too. Here's some relationship advice as well. Is one thing that we do every day that I love is every morning we get up and we sit on our front porch by ourselves before our kids wake up. Sure. And we drink coffee and we just talk shit about everybody else around us, mostly, and the world. I mean, but we have that time and we cut up and we make jokes.
It's usually a current topic that someone has brought to us.
A current event. But we have that good time where we sit there and we laugh and we make jokes and shit like that. Like last night, we were sitting on the porch last night late after the kids went to sleep, and I started telling her a story about whenever I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy!
And in the middle of a story, I had a revelation. So, you want to hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever I was 12 years old, my little brother was 5 at the time. I was 12. We lived out in the middle of the desert in California.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And my dad bought us a little green Volvo station wagon. Mm-hmm. Now, let me sum that up for you real quick. I'm 12. My brother's 5, and my dad bought us a little green Volvo station wagon and said, "Go tear it up." So we would drive this thing would cap out, though. It had problems. It would cap out at 45 miles an hour, but still, I'm 12, my brother's 5, and we're driving through the desert, and I'm letting my 5-year-old brother drive this car, and I'm on a ski rope behind it with some skis, and he's pulling me around, and my parents are across the street at the bar. Rock on Gen X.
And could watch you.
And could watch me from the bar.
Yeah. So they're still supervising, technically. Yeah.
Technically. But then in the middle of telling that story, I went, wait a minute. Odie's 5 years old. Would I let Odie have a car and drive it and drag Beckon around? Fuck no.
Well, you learn, though. So you had to go through that so that I don't want to pass this on to my own kids. You have to have that.
So I had to call my mother. And my mother's answer to that was, well, you guys knew the rules and nobody died. So.
Well, yeah, you didn't. Yeah, it's interesting. That's you notice how the generation kind of changes there. Like, I don't think you'd see that too much nowadays. There's too much political correctness and too much all this stuff. But it's funny when you have that old school mom. Yeah, sure, go ahead. We saw you. You guys know what to do. We're near. Dad and I are nearby. No big deal. Just take the car, go down the road.
And just go. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like rock. Like I said, rock on Gen X because, like, I remember taking our Pontiac Le Mans with a Pontiac 400 engine in it, bored out 30 over, and just sat there and picking my old man up from the bar. Jeez. He's like, he just calls home on the house phone. For those of you who don't know, at one time we used to have phones in our house and not in our pockets.
Yep. And you had a rotary at one time. You actually had to turn that little dial. You couldn't just push buttons either. True.
And you only had one in the house, and it had like 150-foot cord on it.
That you just drag around everywhere. Yep. Yeah. My old man would call and he'd be like, yeah, come get me from the bar. I'd be like, I'm 12. He's like, don't be a pussy. I'm like, okay. So I can go get him, I mean. So, different.
Yeah.
Different.
That's awesome. I mean, think about too, like, you think like your kids are going to be so much well educated because of your experiences that you went through that you can maybe not necessarily the same, but you can kind of transcend some of that learning curvature to help them forge a good path. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Just we can't keep clothes on Odin.
No, he's underwear.
He just runs around in his underwear all the time, out in the front yard, riding his bicycle in the underwear. People are driving by.
He's in his driveway waving.
What's up with y'all?
Let him enjoy it now. I mean, at some point, obviously, it's not cute when you reach a certain age, but that's not the.
Well, I know. I found that out. I tried it myself. I mean, I was a little jealous because he was out there doing it.
Yeah.
So I got on his bike in my underwear, and the cops came. And I don't know.
You do it one time. I'm like, one time I want to wave to the neighbor. He's looking in my backyard. I can't do that. And, of course, I wasn't wearing anything, but that's a whole separate story. But
probably we were in the front yard.
Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, I know. I mean, get the fuck out of my backyard, you voyeur. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's my thing is, it's not my fault that you kind of come there and you're looking at me. If you come that close, that's your issue. It's not mine. I'm in my backyard, so what the heck?
That's right, pervert. Yeah. That's right, pervert. Don't be looking in my backyard, you pervert. Right.
That's what we tell, like, Haas is joining us here again. Like, we always tease about, I want him to make friends with his people in his building where we talked about dares earlier. We dared him the one time. I'm like, you should just go out in the hallway, run with your bloomers free and clear, knocking on doors, get to know your neighbors. They'll get to like you really quick if you do it that way. That's why he's
or take them brownies. There's that too.
I said, or have candy for. I mean, it's Halloween coming up. You could stand in the doorway, trick or treat. Kids will come to the. I don't know. It's like I don't want to get arrested. Well, there's a fine line there, but you can still have fun with it. I get that point, but
you're in Colorado though. You're in Denver, right?
Yeah, it's about.
You're in Denver,
Lakewood.
Okay, Lakewater.
Yeah.
But you're in
Lakewood, not Lakewater.
Lakewood.
Close enough.
Lakewood.
It's the same. It's Colorado. It's all.
You can smoke weed there. Everything's
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna kid you. But I was sitting outside one day, the other day, and a fucking naked guy go running past me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wild and free.
It's part of that freedom.
I was totally caught off guard.
Well, that would catch me off guard as well. But I'd be like, "It's getting a little chilly for that."
Yep. I said to him, you could offer you never know. Well, we joked about that because a lot of the stories we told this year are hilarious because between Hoss and I this year, it's just been unbelievably hysterical, which I think the highlight of the year still is we should share that story. Big Hoss's trend this year has been splitting his pants for whatever reason. And so refresh our memory. Which was the favorite one? There was a couple instances, but what was the one? You have to tell it because I can't remember. There was one that was especially the best. Which one was that?
That was because I wasn't wearing underwear that night.
Okay.
And I split it all the way down the pants.
All the way down, yep. And you walked home.
I walked inside my apartment like that. I
feel a breeze coming from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from, but...
Excuse me, sir. Your balls are
yeah. What was that one you said you were at he actually went to the bar the one night and you actually...
I went to the bar and I was sitting there and all of a sudden I stand up and I go, oh shit, my pants ripped.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Don't feel bad. I've had that happen.
But he didn't go home. He stayed at the bar.
Yeah,
just fuck it. Just keep
party on, motherfucker, party on.
I mean, you might be. I mean, you guys, he's single, so I mean, it's kind of like fishing. You got to put the bait up.
I mean, well, we said this. We try this. We've had these relationship discussions. They're telling them, there's some things you want to do. You might, but we don't want we don't want them to get too eager. Like, there's some things you don't want to push the envelope too far because then you scare the girl. Like, you gotta have, a limit.
You don't scare the right one.
Exactly.
That's true. The right one will scare you.
That's what I'm saying. Now, unfortunately for Hoss, you've been catfished before, where it happens to the best of us. So that's not the right one.
We have to fish in small ponds. It's okay. It happens. You cycle through that. You get to the the shark.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, once she digs her teeth in there, you're like a hook on you're not going nowhere. So see, this is great advice for that. And again, everybody out there, if you're single like that,
I didn't know. Are we having like a Dr. Drew love heart show? You remember that?
I feel like we shifted gears pretty quick for that. I mean, it's good. It's all good stuff.
Hi. Are you having relationship problems? Send us your problem right now. Hey, this just came in. This is from Cindy from Cincinnati. Cindy is having a problem with her boyfriend. He's liking to pee on her face. Cindy, our advice to you is, quit dating Dobermans.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just saying.
We also share, if anybody's single, Big Hoss will put his profile up there. Make sure to check it out, lovemingle.com. It is available.
Yeah, no, motherfucker, we ain't doing that shit.
I told him one show, I said we were doing, I think it was a special, and I'm like, if anybody wants, for group participation, if you all listen to the show and let us know you are, we'll give you a Big Hoss's phone number for free. We'll pass it around to half the nation.
That's it.
Don't worry. We ain't doing that either.
Hoss, don't worry. Don't worry, Hoss. I would never, as your friend and mentor, I would never sign you up for anything like Plenty of Fish. I did sign you up for plentyofdick.com. Be all right, bud.
Fair copy.
Be okay.
You should check that. That profile's probably blowing up by now if you haven't.
No, let's not check that. Let's not do that. No.
Bring it up right now.
I'm telling you. Well, you're
no, I need to check because if that's not a website, I'm buying it.
Ooh, there you go. See that?
Shit, because we're gonna make that one. Hold on, let's look up plentyofdick.com.
I don't think you want to look that up.
Dick. Hold on.
I want to look at pictures.
I'm willing to risk it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Nope. That is a free site to buy. We're buying that. All right. So we're going to throw the promo out there right now. If you're looking for a relationship.
Yep.
A really quick relationship. that lasts, 1 to 7 hours. Go to plentyofdick.com, make profile.
And that way, if you want to come back, you just need to have a continual subscription for once a month. You can, come back and.
It's like Tinder, but it's easier. You just say yes.
Yeah, you don't fight that, right?
Yeah, you don't have to scroll and swipe back and forwards and how they do that.
That's $1 million idea right there. I'm telling you.
I'm thinking, and that's my gift to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we'll in honor of Big Hoss, get your picture on there. The CEO of Plenty of.
No, we will not. No.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think he's the front man. Big Hoss.
.com.org.gov.
I'm not just the CEO. I'm also a participant.
I'm the main model. And then how many people do you have in the service?
I'm also
just one right now.
Yeah, that's it.
That's one. Like Hoss will have like 50 dates in the first week because he's the only bachelor.
I ain't going on 50 dates.
You'll be busy. Look, we're gonna give you a cocktail of emergency.
Oh yeah.
Rohypnol and Viagra. You'll take that, you're gonna perform like a madman.
And of course, you get your own condoms. You'll be fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, we're gonna have some condoms with your face on the end of them. I tried to get some, and we actually, when we had TFOK, I did get some, and the end of them looked like this
because it's stretched. Yep.
Which
Well, see, the thing they failed to tell you is you realize that does stretch. So if you put the image there, normal size, it's gonna look a little warped when it's in use naturally. So.
They say it's stretch. And did you guys know that if you go and buy... Now, this is out for the listeners, too. If you go and buy condoms, make sure you check out the serial number on them.
Really?
Did you know they had serial numbers on them?
I did not, actually. That's
because you got to roll them down further. Okay.
That could be part of the problem. I think a lot of people don't get that far. I know they have an expiration date on them. I didn't know they had a serial number, though.
Yeah, you got to roll them down further. I have not had that problem myself, but I was curious one day.
So you know what would really be cute though on those?
What?
As if there was, like when you buy a box of condoms, like there was a message on them, just and
like
everyone had yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a good
message on each one.
You have
if you're buying these, this could be a bad decision. Think again,
But it's going to have, like a fortune cookie, though, on the other side, it's going to have your little lucky numbers on 12, 14, 72.
Even that, you could be like, if you're reading it this closely, you're definitely getting lucky because
you're getting lucky. Staring in the eye.
You see what happens when you get late nights? You get all these... why do people... now I understand infomercials late at night. Now I know why people have such great ideas. They just come to you, right? Why aren't more people capitalizing on this? I seriously want to know.
Right? I mean, right now. Okay, the question you haven't asked me yet, and I'm just going to answer it, and you haven't asked me. So have you guys paid attention to the commercials on my show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're completely useless. Yeah. Yeah, and some of them I created, and some of them I wrote.
Okay. Sure.
But I mean, but they all have a point, and the point behind them is just to make you laugh. Ladies out there listening to the What's Up Bro show right now, are you a lesbian? Are you depressed? Do you not see the sunshine most days? Well, then try Cox Again. That's right. Try Cox Again is the old-fashioned remedy that'll make everything better.
Can't go wrong.
Try Cox Again is a proven formula.
Sure.
That will bring smile and sunshine back to that face.
It will.
Subscribe now and get Try Cox Again for free, or call that old boyfriend. Try Cox Again when you're tired of being in a hole.
Again, it's simple message, but yet I wouldn't say entirely useless. It's
not useless. You should always try Cox Again.
Yeah, I mean, they say you can never go back, but I think that's just baloney, personally. So I mean,
it is baloney.
Why would you not want to go back? I mean, seriously,
That's right. I mean, I completely understand lesbians. I get it. I myself am a lesbian. Hey.
Big Hoss is not quite there yet. He kind of gets that, but no, not really.
I get it. I'm completely a lesbian.
You've had some strange... You shared some of the strange instances with women you've had come in contact with, right? That's on more than one occasion, am I right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a recent one.
Oh, boy, I don't know if I heard this one. This will be good. Go ahead.
So I'm sitting outside, out smoking a cigarette outside.
So a typical day. Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, this lady comes up.
Uh-oh.
Out of clear blue.
Okay.
She goes, I'm going to go between these trucks and pee. Watch out for me. And we're like, well, mind our own business. We don't know nothing.
Right.
And next thing you know, she comes over. She sits literally right here next to me.
Sitting on Daddy's lap. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on? At this point, I think it's a fucking setup.
Right.
You have to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and apparently it's just some girl that felt safe around us. So she came, sat down, and waited for her ride. But she was fucking weird.
I will say I don't have that much fun. I'm not like, I don't get that much of a strange occurrence. I guess you have to live in Colorado for that kind of thing.
Just gonna step out the damn door.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. I have to go shake the weasel.
Sure, no, that's fine. We do that quite a bit. Hoss goes, we're not going to follow you to the bathroom, though. We'll let you to your business.
I'm bringing the camera with me. Hold on, wait.
Lord.
Oh, shit.
Audio surround sound. No. Could you imagine? Could you like?
I can do this, and I can talk through this window.
Oh, we love Mr. J. We gotta get him in here regularly because this is we don't get this kind of fun. We get fun, but we're not that entertaining. We're just better than boring, but yet not quite that fun. And it kind of brings a whole new breath of fresh air there. So I hope you guys listening definitely enjoy it because
oh yeah,
we can't make this stuff up. This is not this was not scripted in any way, shape, or form. As you guys, that's usually how we roll here. So I'm very much like they do at Ragnarok Radio. There, it's the same thing. We don't follow any follow any script whatsoever. So if you can't handle the real stuff, then you shouldn't be listening. But we hope you do. So yeah, we have some good moments there. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
If we get any complaints, it's going strictly to you, Sam.
Why is it going to me?
Because I wasn't here.
Well, see, here's the fun part. You know the old saying, there's guilt by association, right?
That's true. That's true.
And we have, which we did tell Hoss this, but whenever we always like to preface this, whenever he's out doing his Uber runs or DoorDash, I think, whatever one it does, we do promise the folks listening, if you're in the Colorado area, that he will show up to the door, and if you ask nicely and give him a big hug, he will sign autographs.
No, COVID's out there, bitch. I ain't doing that.
And we tell him, it's like those, what is that show? Just approach him, don't say anything, just hug him, and just hug him tightly, and just don't say anything, and see what happens.
Right.
I'm probably going to sock you in the face.
That's the bonus. Some people might like that, though. You don't know. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
It's possible. Why would you why would you deny your adoring public? That's all part of the fame of that aspect. Why would you, I'm like bulletproof glass? Is that bulletproof? I hope not.
I stand behind the glass because it protects me from things that people are throwing at me from the internet.
That's fun. We should do that. I never think about that stuff. I usually give Hoss's email address and tell people to send hate mail, but that's a whole separate thing. But clearly you haven't gotten any, so.
And then you it's like.
Another piece of advice is never touch your butthole, then your eye.
Oh yeah.
That's where pink eye starts. That's a huge that's a huge one there for sure.
Do you think every time that happens though that it's accidental, or do you think there's been people out in the world that are like, I'm going to touch my butthole and then I'm going to touch my eye and let's see what happens?
Oh, they do it on purpose. I'm positive.
Oh, they do it on purpose. Yeah.
That's never an accident. That can't be a coincidence.
Or if they have a big booty hole right in their face,
and
sometimes she lets out a little. Yeah, it got it.
No, they always say it's people that have they do it on purpose. It's kind of like what was that one? I saw something about that where kind of. When you go out and like if you're texting, you're driving, you shouldn't do that. I'm not advocating that. Please don't do that. But when you do something on purpose like that, bad stuff's gonna happen. So. Yeah,
don't text and drive, and don't masturbate and drive because you'll wind up in a ditch. And I'm not saying I've been there, but it happens.
Not just you heard it from a friend. It wasn't really him. So.
I heard it.
I mean, do you not think that someone in this world, at least one time, has been like, you know what? I just fucking feel like I don't want to go to work today, so I'm going to touch my butthole until I touch my eye.
I'll be out probably, I think that's fair enough.
I'll be out for a week.
Oh, no. The world's filled full of dumb fucks. I mean,
you can't you can't shake a stick at how many dumb people are out there for that. So that would not shock me. It's kind of those.
You can't help stupid. Right.
No, you can't cure it either. That's incurable for sure. I've known people that try it. I don't know why you bother to try it. Don't do it. Stupid is its own reward. So.
Right.
You know, it's funny, Hoss. I realized you didn't have a snack tonight. You're usually rocking some kind of snack in front of you. Nothing tonight, or you had your drink. So what was in your drink? Oh, there.
Coffee.
He's hiding snacks.
Oh, he's got the Oreos. There it is.
He was hiding the Oreos.
He's munching on there. He always munches. Every time we do this show, I always get hung.
Pork tenderloin.
Oh, see,
I'm
telling you, like, you see how this goes every single time, like.
He's got the setup.
I mean, Sam's there. He's doing the show. His wife's in the room, and you're there eating pork tenderloins.
I'm telling you, and then I told him anytime we go on trips, he's going to be the snack guy because he brings all the best shit. So, like,
you guys ever come here? We'll cook you some food. We cook the hell out of food.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm telling you, we have a whole plan for that. We're planning a camping trip. It's all kinds of neat stuff. We could even combine that. That'd be fun.
You guys, and Jay-Z, Hoss there, he's not that far from me, really.
No, not really.
I can come up there in a white panel van. Look, Hoss, if a white panel van pulls up in front of you where you live,
don't fight it.
No, don't fight it. Just go.
Oh, it's Mr. J. I'm hopping right in.
You don't
the bag over your head.
Just come on in.
Right? Yeah, the bag over your head. That's just procedure. It's just
procedure.
It's just procedure. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. I tell you, like.
Are we supposed to be doing something responsible? Or?
Oh, hell no. Who does that? Like, this is a Saturday. Are you kidding? Who does anything responsible on a Saturday? I mean, geez. Speaking of that, there goes that there. Unfortunately, we hate that when that does there. We'll come back. We're going to do one more short segment when we come back here for you guys. Hope you're enjoying that. Again, you cannot make this stuff up. Like, literally. This is why we got to have Mr. J back here on a somewhat regular basis because we missed that. And again, it's been worth the wait. It's just awesome. It's fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna take a short pause here. We'll come back just a little bit longer, briefly for you guys. Extra special long tonight, having that special guest. Hope you guys are enjoying that. Hope it's helping you get through the weekend for sure, and take away some of the blues. We gotta laugh at ourselves. We gotta have a good time with that. So stick around, don't miss it. We'll be back shortly here. We'll play another break for you guys, and we're gonna wrap up soon for the evening. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are getting ready for Halloween. It's just around the corner, so exciting things to come there. Trick-or-treating, having a party, let us know. What's your costume of choice this year? I'd love to hear that from you guys. Hit us on social media, email us, whatever you want to do. Love to hear more. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to get ready to wrap things up for an exciting conclusion for our evening at the What's Up Bro podcast show, brought to you by J&J Production Studios, your true home for entertainment. Always fun time, always a blast. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stick around. Don't go away. More to come. Stay tuned.
Hey there, do you love podcasts? Are you having difficulty finding the right ones to listen to? Is it frustrating when you're trying to pick that show? You know, the one where everyone must collectively agree on? Like finding a good movie or TV show to watch, do you look for the most jam-packed entertainment that's possible to find in a single episode every week? Then search no more, and welcome to J&J Production Studios. It's our business to provide the best entertainment and information available for you. Whether you're sitting in that comfy chair with your favorite snack and beverage listening live each week, or downloading your favorite show episodes to take with you on the go while you're at work, exercising, or even just to play at night for you to fall asleep to. There's something for everyone, no matter what size, shape, or age you are. Visit www.linktree.com/J_J Production Studios to find all the streaming services where our podcast shows can be found. You can also connect with us on your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. You can join our public Discord server and chat directly with us. But wait, there's more. You can subscribe to our official YouTube channel and be notified every time a new show is broadcast. Wish you could have some studio souvenirs or collectibles? Guess what? You can. Visit the official store where you can purchase items featuring your favorite podcast and show hosts. Would you like to help support us? You can do that by getting your very own exclusive membership on our Patreon account. All proceeds go to help us upgrade our shows, which will only enhance the entertainment provided to you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as an audience. Your love and support are always appreciated. We'll see you soon.
Are you enjoying the show? Do you want even more great content? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show's Linktree for all studio accounts, including the official show website, brought to you by J&J Production Studios. Catch all your favorite episodes of the show when they're uploaded. Curious to know who makes the show possible? Meet the cast and crew. Discover the magic behind the microphone, not just in front with our staff bios. Want to chat with other audience fans? Enter the forums section. Talk, engage, and interact with listeners from all over the globe. Not on social media and want the latest information? Then subscribe to the podcast newsletter and get everything delivered straight to your inbox. No matter what, you'll always stay connected. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So glad to have you all here. It is the What's Up Bro podcast show, brought to you by J&J Production Studios, your one true home for entertainment. We're kicking it and rocking it out with our good friend and mentor, Mr. J, one of the producers that helps us with our shows. We're going here a little bit extra longer for you guys tonight. We had no show last night. We wanted to dedicate our weekend time to this episode. Of course, we're going to have him back at some point in the future, too. We're going to get that on the calendar. I just have to get Zoom popped up. There we go. This darn thing, this is the thing that always gets me with it. I love using it, but when you use the free version, you are subject to some restrictions there, as we are finding out tonight. I'm going to actually send this link. These guys should be jumping right back in here. We're going to get them going here. There it is. Email sent. There we are. All right, link should be there. We just have to wait till they grab that, and then we will get them in here. It'll just take a second. Oh, there's Mr. J. Let's get him going in here. Oh, I gotta look at the waiting room. Apparently it doesn't bring... There he is. Admit him in. Alright, there we go. It is a Halloween theme, so come in costume. Why the heck not, right? Let's get Hoss in here. There we go. Oh, wait. What am I thinking? That's why I can't hear you guys. There we go. I gotta turn you on.
I am Cornholio.
There we go.
I am the great Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. You have TP for bunghole? Are you threatening me?
I guess it's fair to say you have your Halloween costume pick for this year then, right? Is that a fair assessment?
This is not what I'm wearing. This is what I like to consider daily wear.
Oh, okay. I see. You just happen to have that in your closet. I got you. Okay, that's fair.
You guys would be amazed what I happen to have in my closet.
You know, I might be. I wouldn't be shocked, though. I will say that much. I'm pretty sure.
You may not be shocked, but you'd be amazed.
I believe it. I'm sure you probably have a bigger collection than your wife does. I bet you that's fair to say.
It's close.
Aren't you guys... Oh, he's got the... Look at that. Oh, hey, did you get that? Did you make that yourself? I don't know how much deer. You probably get some out there in Oklahoma. Some deer or some elk, caribou, whatever roams the free land out there, I suppose.
In the loyal order of elks. What?
Great reception on that. You probably get the ESPN package on those bad boys.
I do get the ESPN package on those.
This is why it's great. Why we save all this fun for Saturday night. You guys, it was worth the wait, right? Because we couldn't match this last night. We had to save all the energy for tonight's show for this very reason. Because
that's right. And if you guys are out there listening right now and you're sitting naked in a beanbag with a bowl of Cheetos on your lap, kudos to you.
Yeah, really.
But just remember, wash your hands before you touch
your own Ron White on that shit.
You what? You tried that, haven't you? That's why you're saying that.
You've been there, right?
No, it was Ron White's joke.
It is Ron White's joke, isn't it?
I know, right?
It is.
It is. I love Ron White. One of my favorite comedians. If you guys haven't watched, you need to go on Netflix and watch. Tom Segura.
Oh, I've seen it on there. Yeah, okay.
But his latest special, I mean, all of his specials are fucking great, but his latest special is perfect.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day there. Speaking of new, I want to tease the audience with this. So, you guys have another show end of this month, I'm guessing, sometime coming up for Ragnarokers there. Is that right? Something like that?
I may or may not have one next weekend. That's usually when it's scheduled, but I may be going to emceeing a big concert.
Oh, okay.
So I may have to do it the weekend after.
Which actually kind of coincides. You can still kind of tie your Halloween theme in there.
Yeah. It's when you're emceeing those concerts, it's hard to broadcast at the same time.
That's a talent. I will say, well, at least you're in demand, though. It could be, you had no offers on the table, so it's not like you're, have anything better, or you're just going to be sitting home in your underwear doing nothing anyway. Just don't feel like doing it. So there's a reason.
True. That's true. Well,
I forgot to mention my other snack is walnuts.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you got pork loin, a roll, Oreos, and walnuts.
You see what we have to work with here. Yeah, this is.
That is a wide variety of snacks.
That's
and you're the guy that's going to bring nuts into the equation here. Like, you never want to bring nuts in, but you're bringing nuts into this. So
are those Dad's nuts? Are those Dad's nuts? Are those D's nuts? Do you like D's nuts in your mouth? Or are they just Dad's brand walnuts? Sometimes Dad's brand walnuts in your mouth. Or sometimes.
Yeah, right. See, they write themselves. You can't help that shit. The jokes write themselves.
They really do. They really do.
I'm telling you, we had one joke where this is how we know not to do this during bathroom breaks. Where I think you were on your phone with this one. You had this software up, but Big Hoss went to the bathroom, and I still say, "Hey, you're on the air. We can still hear everything. Like, you didn't shut the mic off." Like, it's like. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to put you right here. I want to listen to it. I'm like, yeah, but make sure you turn your mic off, because I don't want to – you can listen to us do the show, but I don't think anybody wants to hear you tinkle from across the world. So –
They might. I mean, there's people in Japan that pays good money for that.
Yeah, but make sure you have a written contract you're getting paid for it. You don't want to get stiffed on that. You don't give your urine away for free.
I'm just saying, start your own OnlyFans. I mean –
everybody's doing it now.
Everybody's doing it,
I mean, for just about anything you could think. I told Big Hoss that I think that'd be a huge draw if he did an OnlyFans. I think you want to date real quick. There you go. Why not?
I mean, is that shit not crazy, though? I mean, like, really? Like, seriously. Like, is that all, the whole OnlyFans thing, is that shit not crazy to you? It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, if you see, like, I mean, the thing that gets me now is I understand the concept of it, but...
I do.
Some of the things you see now where people are... I forget, I read somewhere online there was a weird one, OnlyFans for something... It was something really dumb. But I'm like, they're really stretching to make it work.
Yeah.
And I guess if you can, but still.
I mean, I had a buddy of mine that had a really good... he owned a really good... like real estate company.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend that had an OnlyFans. And so then he bought more equipment and then got her and like 4 of her friends.
Wow.
Shut down this real estate company, moved to Miami, bought a big house, set up with all kinds of equipment, and runs her and her like 4 friends on OnlyFans. And manages all the finances and everything like that, and he's making like $1.5 million a year.
I was gonna say he's got his own Playboy mansion right there, kind of thing going. Basically, that's
But I mean, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand being depraved and shit like that, but why in God's name would you pay for any of that when the internet has been invented and it's free? I mean, why?
That's the thing. Like, I mean, and then. There's a lot of, like, it's not like these sites where, like, they always tell you don't have to use a credit card, but you have to still put a credit card down to sign. Why would you do that?
That's right.
Like, seriously.
Well, sometimes, Sam, you just like to watch girls' feet in hamburger meat.
That's true. Yeah. I'm not sure. I know Big Hoss likes to troll. What do you like to watch on the internet there, Hoss? What's your?
What are you trolling, Hoss? You can tell us. You're amongst friends.
Yeah, don't worry. No fear here. Go ahead.
No fear. No judgment. No judgment.
What are we talking about? You weren't listening? What were we talking about? You were not paying attention?
Motherfucker, you...
I gotta spell it out. Or you were smoking outside, weren't you? That's what it is.
Smoking that weed? You want that devil's lettuce?
It is Colorado, so, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Well, we haven't publicly talked about it, but yes.
But yes. That's why... That may be why he's eating a pork loin, Oreos, and walnuts all at the same time. God damn, I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry. It's a devil's lettuce.
Every time the camera comes on, I'm like, he's got something in his hand. Not that, but he's got something in his hand. So, like, I mean...
Careful how you say that.
I prefaced. I said not that. I just said...
Good preface.
Careful how you say that, motherfucker.
There's an explicit warning on these shows for a reason. So, I mean, we can't not do that for FCC regulations.
I mean, but fuck the FCC. Oh, I mean, yeah, that
that great organization, funnel cake.
That's why I like my show and the way I keep. See, I mean, that's the thing. I kudos to you guys for going on YouTube and that stuff. But I mean, I appreciate my show because I don't really have to deal with the FCC because I would be fined a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing. Like that gets me is now YouTube is sort of we have it there as a fallback because some people do utilize that and trying to explain the links even though we have them there they don't. But it's like, and this is what we're looking forward to. We have the holiday specials coming up for December. It's Christmas time. We're playing it, and now with the account that we have, and again, this is not sponsored, but Soundstripe.com. Check it out. Royalty-free music you can play. Plenty of stuff we use all the time. It's been absolutely beautiful because last Christmas, and Hoss will know, we played a lot of music. I did a lot of editing because everything popped up on YouTube like, that you can use it, but can't use that. That's flagged, that's flagged, that's flagged, that's flagged. So I'm like, all right. And again, we don't want to, it makes more work, and we don't want to break any rules.
That's true. So I'm going to help out as much as I can. Remember, tonight's show is brought to you by Your Mother's Ass. Your Mother's Ass. It's tighter than you thought, and your buddies loved it.
They did. Hence why, and it's always open.
That's right.
Especially if you that's kind of where
we are so getting sued.
Well, to be fair,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Mr. J is the one. We'll point everybody to you guys. So if you any lawsuits abounding, he's the one that started it technically. So
you know what? I hadn't been sued yet. I have been protested before by a church.
Wow.
I have. I had my old show back on TFOK Radio, the Thursday Night Lube Job. I did have a church protest it, and my ratings went through the roof. So I sent them flowers. Yeah, I sent them flowers. That's a great thing. Yeah. No, it's a fan-fucking-tastic thing.
I was gonna say, let's just why sugarcoat it,
Well, yeah, like some of my DJs came in and went, "Hey, there's a church protesting your show." I went, "Outstanding!
Yes, standing room only. There you go. That's more exposure. This is why I say, like, Hoss worries about it, but I'm like, if we were out, see, you have to go out, you have to take one for the team. So if you were to go out, like I said, you go out and you drive DoorDash, you're Ubering and stuff, you should be advertising the shit out of everything.
I don't get out of the fucking car.
That's okay.
So it's not going to be me showing up at the door.
I tell people all the time, if you see the big guy in the car, walk up to the car. He will gladly be approachable with, So
I'm going to start on my show because I know I have other listeners in Denver. And I'm like, look, if you get Big Hoss as your Uber driver, all right.
I do DoorDash, food delivery, DoorDash.
Okay, if you get a DoorDash from Big Hoss, and you give him a tip for one, but two, show him your titties. Just
show him your titties.
Just show him your titties.
Women
because
and men alike, can't stereotype that. So male or female.
No,
that's true. No, it's equal opportunity these days. There we go. Just get some of that.
Hey, where is it? Hey,
there you go. There you go. See? And there's gratuitous titty shots for you.
We did that show one time. I think it was over the summertime. Hoss probably remember. You remember this show? It's going to come back to you. It was us, our other friend that hasn't been for a while. It was warm in here, so we're like, we're going to do the whole show topless. Now, obviously, the listeners can't see us. We see each other because we're communicating, but some of us, we won't mention names, didn't want to take your shirt off. Because he's like, I don't want to show you my tits, but you did do it. What?
I did do it anyways. Now, didn't I, motherfucker? So
good.
Shut the fuck up.
And you clearly weren't wearing a bra either, so we know that. So that we
can stop it.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, I just got to say once again, though, guys, this has been fantastically fun, and I apologize it took so long, but we will make it a regular thing.
For sure.
And then also, I got to drag you down to the hell that is my show.
Yeah.
And join in with me.
Yeah, great. We're always game for that. I mean.
Let's make sure Hoss isn't at the bar this time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, I remember that. That was. That was his
the guy from Boston.
Guy from Boston. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? You're on the radio there. What are you doing?
Well, I went back and I listened to that. It was hilarious. I listened to that episode, played again, and I'm like, because I didn't come on till later. I didn't hear anything before that. I only know Mr. J reached out. He's like, "Can you come on the show? We want to advertise for you guys, and we can't get Hoss there." So we did, and it worked out great. I went back and I listened to the beginning of that show because I'm like, how bad really was her? What was going on? And then I heard like his phone, like, "Hello, Jay, she there?" Like I heard all this stuff and all this stuff. I'm like, what the? Like I can't hear anything. I'm getting feedback. I'm like, who the heck?
What kind of fucking concert was that, India? I mean, was you at a wedding?
It was a wedding. It was a wedding.
Wow.
Even better.
Wedding? I tried to sneak out back and just everybody started following us out back because, of course,
like
it was
the
safety.
conga line. They couldn't let him go. He just got to start the whole shit going.
The guy from Boston. But that guy from Boston. What are you doing?
It was safety meeting time, and everybody started coming out back, and we're like, I was just about to do a fucking show. What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah,
I came out back so I didn't have to deal with this shit.
Hoss kept going, I'm trying. And the guy's like, the guy from Boston was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Where are you going?
Hey,
we're not done
yet. Hey, you smoking the weed? I'll smoke with you. All right. Have you got some Samuel Adams?
It is. Hey,
Samuel Adams. You ever heard of Samuel Adams? He just talking about Samuel Adams. I'm like, oh my god.
No, it was just priceless because I'm like, I got back late and I'm like, I'm sure he got on the phone. He's like, we can't get a hold of this. And then you didn't tell the other funny part. They're wanting me on the show, and I'm like, well, I just sat down. I just got the controls up. I haven't gone to the bathroom yet, so I'm trying to do that. I always try to do that before the show starts. And then Mr. J, he's like, I want to get on. So I finally called back. I'm like, I'm coming. And I'm like, we're not calling Hoss anymore. We tried like twice, and he's done for the night. So probably, that's what he's out partying. It's a wedding. What do you expect? So, shit happens. Oh, it's great. Like you can't script this stuff. I mean, seriously, if you think we do that, we don't.
There
give us way too much credit.
We used to have a lot of friends on Spreaker, and we'd wait for them to have their shows,
right?
And then we'd call into their shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because there was all kinds of different shows. I mean, a lot of shows that didn't have the kind of content that I have. So we would call into their shows and fuck with them, and it was so much fun.
We're gonna do this. We'll put this in. I think the next time we have, so this is gonna be a shout out for you guys because we're gonna wrap here soon anyway because it is longer and it's unfortunately getting longer in the tooth for me tonight. But we're gonna do this. You guys listen. Next time we have Mr. J on the show, I think we need to do some pranking. I got some list of people we can prank call during the show, so we're gonna do that. They are not gonna know who they are because I'm not gonna say the names on the airway for that one. But I got a few ideas for some folks, so we're gonna do that. So make sure you guys tune in for that. If you have anybody you want us to prank call, you need to contact us. Let us know by all means. We're going to
by all means.
Yep. You hit us up social media or email. You guys know how to reach out to us, so definitely do that for sure. But that's going to be on the agenda. We're going to have that because we're going to have Mr. J back, and of course we're going to jump on and enjoy there too with Ragnarok Radio. Of course, it's a great group of people there. It's a great family vibe there, and we love Spreaker. Spreaker is a great platform. If you guys are wanting to start your own podcast, check it out, Spreaker.com. Very affordable plans, and creativity is a big thing there. So we definitely recommend that. So we have
Sam Crow and Big Hoss and myself would also like to thank you guys out there listening. Yes. We'd like to thank you and your sisters for how giving they were at prom. And back to you, Sam.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And of course, that was a unpaid solicited response there. So it wasn't scripted either. So please don't sue us for that part.
I'm not an actor.
Not by any means. No, not by any means. None of us are. We act to pretend to act, but we can't act. So there is that.
There was this one time back in band camp. Go ahead.
That's a whole story in and of itself. We do have to ask this one. We want to end it with this question for Mr. J because
all right,
one of our big things that we did this last year. Hoss knows this. We generally do this later in the year, but I kind of want to ask kind of a two-parter question. Number one is what has been a big and it doesn't have to be necessarily show related, if you want it to be, a big success for you. What's been big for you for 2023? And as we approach the end of the year, we always say, like, we talk about the show, we had big goals, which we hit a couple this year, just as an example.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to, or what's something you hope to take to the next level for 2024? Because it is coming. We're coming to end of one year and lapping into the next year. So give us Mr. J's personal favorite thing this year, a big accomplishment, and what you're looking forward to for 24 as we get ready to wrap up tonight.
Be honest with you guys, not to be too sappy or anything not to be too sappy. My biggest accomplishment this year and my goal for next year, and it's something that stems throughout my whole lifespan, is just being a dad.
Nice.
And a dad and a husband. That really, I mean, just being a dad and a husband and raising three amazing children, actually, and having a rock star wife. That's kind of like my whole world. Everything else is just gravy on the side.
Sure.
So that's my big accomplishment, is just being a dad, being a husband. And then all the other tomfuckery I get to do is just, it's just fun for me.
Yep.
And as the end of the year approaches,
it is.
I hope that everybody kind of looks at it with there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world right now.
Mm-hmm,
and sometimes you need to turn the fucking TV off, turn the music on, and just associate with people around you.
Yep, for sure.
No, so there's that. There you go.
That's awesome. I don't think we could top that up any better. That's a great way to look at it. And we say this too, and this is great for all you guys too, is when you reflect on that, look at your own individual things, for you guys. Not just, we share ours just as examples, but do a lot of that soul searching for yourselves. Think about that, and think about accomplishments for. We don't like to call them New Year's resolutions because nobody really ever. They never do those. We like to think of them as like life goal things you can strive for, and again, they don't have to be large. They can be small. Start small.
That's right.
Way up.
That's right. Like exactly, just small little things. Like this next year, I think I might get the bravery up to let Digpox put her finger in my butt. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's that.
Then when he gets pink eye, we'll know why.
We'll know why.
But that's a goal. That's a fair goal here. But our goal for this weekend has been, which is awesome, and it's such a thrill to have Mr. J here, has been to entertain, which we hope we do, because we also want to set you guys off. I know it's a rough week every week. We all are there. We've been there. It's never fun.
Comments?
What's that?
Did we get any comments on Spreaker?
Not that I saw. Nope, we haven't. But we may actually. Sometimes we have latecomers that.
Oh no, they'll come. That's the thing, guys. That's the thing.
That's always.
They'll come.
When they get excited enough, they will come. You can.
If you talk enough shit, they'll come. Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
We just hope it's positive. We don't want any no hate mail we get enough.
Oh no! Wait, no. You need to rethink that shit.
Hate mail stereotype. Yeah, no, I should.
Hate mail is some of the greatest shit in the world. You know why? Builds rating.
Oh yeah.
I love all my haters. My haters, which I haven't had any in a while, which depressed. It's a goal for a new year to get more haters. But haters bring some of the greatest ratings at all, because they're going to tell people how much they hate you.
That's true.
And how much they want, so that then now people are listening to you and they're like, well, I don't really hate them that much. I don't know what you're talking about. And then they tell 3 friends, and then they tell 3 friends, and then they tell 3 friends.
The gift that keeps, I said this too, is where our goal for 24 actually is going to be is one of us, I can't afford that, but we'll get Big Hoss a stalker for 2024. Somebody's got to have that celebrity hype there.
Yeah, we got to get you a stalker. I mean,
no, I don't need no stalker.
And then at some point in the year, we released the sex tape. It's got to come out. That's going to be the whole story for that's what comes out from the media.
Yeah, it was Big Hoss and Rihanna, but we're not going to talk about it yet.
Could you imagine that, man? You've been holding it. I paid for that. I mean, seriously,
I mean, the tapes of him and Billie Eilish are tasteful. They're tasteful. I'm going to say he was respectful.
He was a gentleman. He used the condom with his face on it.
He was. He was a gentleman until he spat in her face. But, I mean, it was all right until that point. But she liked it, and she wrote a song about it. And it goes a little something like this. No.
Well, that could happen. You know, like they say, there's always those breakup songs, but there's always that, you know.
So you got to go out there and you got to fuck Taylor Swift. I mean, like,
really,
because she always writes a good song about a breakup. So you got to fuck Taylor Swift.
That's your whole retirement right there. You could claim royalties on that shit. I mean.
Or Britney Spears, because that bitch is crazier than a March hare in June. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that might be a stretch. I don't know if you want to go that crazy there.
So. It's probably stretch, but it's okay. You can take one for the team. It's okay. It's all right.
I ain't dating
Rohypnol and Viagra are a hell of a cocktail.
Mazel tov. Enjoy that one there.
Mazel tov. Hey.
Mazel tov. Oh, you guys. Well, I gotta say, and thank you so much for being here, Mr. J. We're looking forward to having you back there, and we look forward to hearing you guys back on the air again. And it's just such a pleasure when you can jump in here with us, and we cannot wait for the next opportunity. Don't make it a year, please. We don't want to.
Oh no! We'll do this very, very soon. It's been a distinct pleasure.
Yes.
And honor. And remember, guys, if you're not listening to me on Riding Rock Radio and Sanitarium Show, you better be fucking listening to the What's Up Bro Show with my bro, Sam Crow and Big Hoss.
Thank you very much.
Because where it's going on. And if you don't listen to their show, I'm going to come.
Show up.
And I'm going to put a finger in my I have big fingers. So.
Yep.
Think about
it. That should be scary.
That should be incentive enough.
To scare some people straight there, yeah, literally with that frame in mind there. But we will definitely be checking out Ragnarok Radio Inc., the Sanitarium Show. Make sure you guys check it out. Spreaker.com. You guys can find it anywhere there. Listen to it. It'll cheer you all up and liven you up. Give a lot of fun for your weekend. It's been a true pleasure. Mr. J, the man of the hour here, or the couple hours we've been here. We love you, brother. Thanks so much for being here.
You guys too. Thank y'all.
And thank you for your wife being on here. It was always great. We're glad you guys could participate. It's wonderful. We'll definitely be in touch. We'll have you guys back soon. Best of luck to you. Have a happy Halloween if we don't talk before then. So with the family and everything, have a good time.
I will talk. Right now, for the rest of the night, I think I'm going to take some of your advice, and I'm going to go strip down naked and run around my backyard. And if my neighbors come over, I'm going to be like, you fucking perverts.
See that? I'm telling you, you're in your own backyard. You asked for it. If you come back here, you're in my own yard. So you can't go wrong there. So we'll check the news outlet in the next couple of days if we see anything. I'm sure there'll be a ruckus. There'll be some kind of fire going somewhere. We'll know it was Mr. J. It can't be. Who else could it be? It can't be anybody else there for that.
Large man with a fuda running around his backyard.
All over Oklahoma, it's a buzz for that. You got to be, there's.
Again,
the story's just right itself, right? There you go.
Exactly. All right, I love you guys. Thank y'all very much.
Yes, you love you too, brother. Take care. We'll talk soon.
All right, later, bros. All right.
Good one. Good night. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. You heading out to? Oh, we got to get your sign off first. Big Hoss, tell everybody our big message for the night. What do we share, everybody?
If you got a drink, don't drive.
Yep. Designated driver, party hardy. Say goodnight to the folks. Tell them you'll see them next time.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Sounds good. Take care, you guys. We love you all so much. Hope you enjoyed this special edition episode. Cannot wait to have you guys with us again very, very soon. We'll have Mr. J back. Make sure you follow us. Stay tuned for more. We'll keep you guys posted. We have plenty of things to come. We'll go over more details later. We'll post updates. You guys know the drill. You've heard all these before. Thank you so much for being here with us. Until next time, you guys, we love you all so much. Appreciate your support. Looking forward to finishing off the year strong with the rest of our holiday shows. And looking forward to a brilliant and brand new 2024. Hope you guys will tune in and join us. See you guys next time. Good night. Goodbye for now. And of course, excuse me, a frog in my throat. I got to get something to drink again. Until next time, when we see you all at the show.
Thank you for listening to the What's Up Bro Show. Catch all the latest live action on your favorite podcast streaming services, including Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. You can also check out episodes on the studio's official YouTube channel. Subscribe and become a member today. Don't forget to also turn on notifications so you'll know when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned and don't miss a single moment. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, we will see you at the show.